Hey guys, remember that video where I talked about how I thought it was really stupid that all the kids who live around here don't, like, drink straight out of the tap? They have to have filtered water. And I thought they were all really spoiled and they were really stupid for saying it was going to make me sick.
Video log spectacular!
It's Saturday the 11th of February, I believe, at my favorite time of day. So yeah, I've been sick for the past couple days, and my parents are going to get mad at me if by some miracle they watch this. I called them last night, and they got really, angry at me because I hadn't already gone to the health center here at school and, gotten myself just better, I guess. Medical science has come a long way in the past, 50 years, but I don't think they can just fix me like that. Anyway, my parents, demanded that I call the health center that night or go there early this morning as soon as I woke up, and I found out they're not open on the weekends, so yeah, my mother may actually drive down here and take me to the hospital. They threatened that last night, and I wouldn't put it past them because my mom has a 3-day weekend. In an unrelated story, it turns out I have to decide whether I want to live in an apartment off campus next year or stay in the dorms in the next week and a half. And I don't know what I'm going to decide. On the one hand, it would definitely be a step up in terms of population density per square foot, but I'm also not the one who would be paying for it still, so to a certain extent I get that. And my parents do seem to be against it, but it doesn't seem to be for money reasons. It might actually be cheaper to stay in an apartment than to stay here. My dad is mostly worried that me having to cook my own food is just too much of a risk at this point in my life. I might spend just all my time figuring out how to microwave things and never study or anything. And that's made me consider a lot of other big lifetimey things. I mean, I make jokes all the time about how terrible it is here in Riverside, but I do like it here. I've made friends here. It's pretty much as good a place as any place. But at some point, I think it actually does make a difference that the majority of people who go here are people who live 5 miles away, and this was just the easiest school for them to go to. I'm editing all the footage that I filmed earlier today right now. It's been 10 hours since I started recording this vlog, and that's mostly time has gone to just watching Simpsons DVDs and consuming a lot of fluids. Unfortunately, no work, or until about 5 minutes ago, any editing either, unfortunately. But I did talk to Taylor, who's my next door neighbor, who is from Tracy, so, we have that NorCal brotherhood thing going. My vlog just started playing while I was recording my vlog. I was talking to Taylor about us getting an apartment together, so if that becomes a thing, that could become a thing. I don't think I've mentioned Taylor very much in this vlog, which is surprising to me because, I don't know, honestly, every time I talk to him, he really reminds me of everyone from back home. And I don't know if that's because he's one of the few kids in my hall who's actually from Northern California, and if that has anything to do with it, or if it's, I don't know, just some fluke. But honestly, he has a lot of the same mannerisms as, Taylor McTeer, or, Rachel Babel, or Melissa, or, the harem, if you will. Whenever he thinks someone is being cute, he refers to them as little blank. Oh, little Nacho! In fact, sometimes I'm so used to the idea of him being essentially the same as our old group that I start to make cultural references to him that he has no way of understanding. A lot of times I start singing the Silly Daddy Comic Splash theme, and it occurs to me halfway through that there's no way anyone's gonna get it. And then I think, oh, well, I should show them, but no one's gonna get it. It's only funny to us. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if Taylor and I could actually live together. I feel like if we did, we would hate each other. But he does like Scott Pilgrim, so maybe we could just come together on that. Anyway, the point I was about to get to before I stopped recording my vlog 10 hours ago was that lately I've been thinking about the idea of transferring. I don't really know where. I've been thinking about Santa Cruz a lot, just because, if you're from Calaveras County, it's kind of, just the first choice. The only reason I really came here is because of the creative writing major, and for a lot of reasons, mostly because I want to be employed one day. I've been kind of considering changing my major to something else. And I've already been accepted to Santa Cruz and Santa Barbara, and Santa Barbara actually has a really nice creative writing program if you can get into it, which actually isn't very easy, but you know. I talked to Sam about it today, and she was all like, "Oh no, don't transfer. I'll miss you too much." But if you miss me. You got pretty boy Robert to take care of you. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be here at least another year anyway, so it doesn't make that big a difference. But what do you guys think? Should I transfer? Would that be cool beans? It would honestly be a really weird transition to go from living here where I never have to worry about running into anyone from my high school to someplace like, well, I mean, there's a fair amount of people who go to Santa Cruz. Like, you know, I know them, so like it wouldn't be too weird. Like, you know, I know Taylor, I know Lindsay, I know Stephen Fields. But like, if I went to Santa Barbara, like, I don't know, what would happen if I ran into Tiffany Freitas? Like, would that be weird? Or would we just pretend not to know each other like normal human beings? Well, I'm clearly sick and delirious and can't talk, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short or long. It's probably already pretty long. But it's been good talking to you guys. It's been good to bare my sick, sick soul to you. So, hope you're having a good Saturday night, or a Sunday morning, as it is for the majority of you. Sorry about that. I wish I could be on top of things like the rest of you and have my vlogs in, you know, early in the day, but the health center was closed, man. I'm not on the ball, alright? I need medicine. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.